Welcome to Chicago, everyone. We're having a little bit of a audio mix-up as we're getting started, but we got the Eagles and the Bears kicking off here shortly. Both teams come in at 2-1 and looking to get their first win in the division. We started with some non-divisional games, and now these two West Division teams are matching up. And you're probably wondering, how is Philadelphia in the West? Well, we split up Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. We had to even out the divisions, and that's how it came about. And there you see the teams going out for the coin toss. Do we have our play-by-play broadcaster back yet?
Yeah, I'm back here. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, it should be a great game here tonight, and we've really seen the defenses come on throughout the entire league, and throughout this week, really. The defenses have shown up and really have shut down the offenses through all of it. So we'll see the Eagles kick off here to start the game tonight as PHI will come out from Alabama. He's going to kick this game off to the Bears as we are underway now with her getting the return, and he will take the knee and bring it out to the 20.
Here comes Griffin Yelkich. You'll remember him from his time at Auburn. He was a national championship winning quarterback. He succeeded the legendary Blake Moon and was a guy that constantly improved at Alabama. And he's got his Bears to a 2-1 start, so we'll see how he fares here against the Eagles.
Yelich taking the shotgun snap. He'll drop back, finds Twix over the middle, and he'll pick up 16 on the first play of the game.
Well, good start there. King Twix, former wide receiver with Miami, gets over there, and nice little pickup, 16 yards over the middle. They're going to be able to work the middle unless Mark Callaway, the heralded linebacker out of Auburn, is able to get on there and make his presence felt and make them not want to go over the middle. Unless he can do that, they're going to pick him apart, and that's going to be a long night for this Philadelphia defense.
As Yelich trying to get the play call in now in the huddle. The Bears coming into this game looking to get a big win against the Eagles. Yelich coming out in the shotgun once again. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Walker, who's going to go up the middle, gets a few yards, 3 yards before he is brought down on the play.
The first handoff of the night for Taraj Walker, who we know is improperly referred to by the other commentators that handle some of the games. But he's starting off a 3-yard game, modest game, but 3 yards in the cloud of dust is what they say.
Jokic going to hand back off to Walker out of the I form, and it's going to be about a gain of 3 to bring up a short 3rd and 2.
Well, here we see the defense for the Eagles. And the secondary there, Kevin Brackett and Antoine Curry, a nice pair of safeties out there. Brackett's big hitter, Antoine Curry, a guy that was the all-time leader in interceptions for a while in the CFSL.
Jokic sticking with the I form, going to hand it back off to Walker in this 3rd down play, and he's going to be blown up immediately. No gain on the play, brings up 4th and 3.
I don't know if I love the handoff there. Walker hasn't really been able to establish himself so far. A little bit of a conservative play call, I believe, there, but they weren't able to get anything going. A lot of times in these games, you feel each other out, and maybe that's what the Bears are doing, but they are going to punt it away to the Eagles.
Interesting to see the run game punt come into play. Jokic is the second right now in the league in passing yards, where they go with 3 straight running plays, and out come the Eagles as Angie is going to try to get this offense rolling. Dewey
Ainge, the former Michigan and, I forget, Florida State? Is that where he started? I know he ended at Michigan, but Ainge under center here for the Eagles.
Dewey Ainge does the hand off to Davis, and they're going to pick up 3 yards on this 1st down play.
Well, Robert Davis, I think we all remember him from his time at Auburn. One of the most important running backs in the league during his time. You would suspect he's going to establish his will on the pro league, much like he did 4th in the league in rushing coming in. And I suspect we're going to see a lot of him tonight.
Ainge right now 66 for 100 for 760 yards on the season. He's going to do another handoff to Davis, who's going to pick up a great carry on the outside to make this a 3rd and short.
Looking at the Bears defense, Clavon Buckaloo just in time, and Joe Kerr, Digger Graves. A couple of really good defenders out there in the backfield, and Ainge is going to have to be careful when he's throwing the ball in their direction.
3rd and 1. Ainge going to come out in the shotgun set with Davis to his left. He's going to take the snap back, takes a step back, looking for tons of time back there. Finds Bradley across the right side before he crosses the 50 and picks up the first down.
Zaire Bradley just had a couple of curl routes in the middle of the field, and they had great coverage, and all of a sudden the defender peels off. It gives him a little bit of room, and then you see him drop back. Don't know why he did that. He left him open, and he finds Zaire Bradley there for the first down. So Eagles moving the ball efficiently here early on.
Ainge about middle of the pack when it comes to his passing efficiency, but he is making it work early here as this will set up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Ainge comes out in the pistol set with trip set to the right. He sends his tight end Richards in motion. Going to be a handoff to Davis up the middle, and he's going to be stopped after a 4-yard gain.
Well, great job there by Digger Graves coming down and filling the hole and not allowing Robert Davis to get anywhere there. And again, I talked about it, Digger Graves, he also played at Auburn along with Robert Davis, so a couple of teammates going there, but good secondary here for the Bears. Joe Kerr, great on the outside. Digger Graves going to be important in filling that run, and you see him do it there.
Ainge comes out on 2nd and 6, sticking with the shotgun. Spread look, balanced look for the receivers with Davis to his right. Ainge takes the snap, finds, and nearly throws an interception off on the sideline. Dangerous throw there.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we'll see a little bit out of Dewey Ainge. He does try to force things in. Didn't have a ton of interceptions, wasn't known for a lot of interceptions in his college days, but he can make some mistakes there, gets a little over aggressive, tries to force one in there, and fortunately for the Eagles, it didn't turn into a turnover.
8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions this season for Ainge, but the Eagles continuing to drive here. 3rd and 6 on the 45-yard line, coming out with the 1-back set with Davis set behind. Trip set to the right. Ainge going to drop back and finds Bradley out in the flats, but it's not going to be enough. Falls 4 yards short.
Well, this is kind of like what the Eagles did, handing it off to Taraj Walker. Went a little conservative here. They sent him on a drag route under the middle, and there's just not a lot of room to work. Lucky McFadden does a good job there. And kind of Digger Graves the coverage. He had him beat, but Lucky McFadden there to shut him down. And now the Eagles going to have to punt it away. I want to say what's up to everybody in chat. If you're in here watching, be sure to like the video. If you're in here, let us know. Give us a little shout out so we know that you're in here watching. Hope you're enjoying the Sunday afternoon broadcast of the Pro League.
This punt will go out of the back of the end zone. So the Bears now coming out, 2nd drive of the game, set up at the 20-yard line as Yelkick is setting in the I form. He's going to pitch it off to Walker, who's going to go off to the left side. He's got a lane here. Going to pick up a big carry as he picks up 21.
Taraj Bushwalker, as they refer to him affectionately in the league. The former Texas running back gets the pitch on the outside and is able to make some room down the sideline. Nice run. Longest play of the day for either team. And the Bears get a nice first down.
Jokic is now in the huddle trying to get the Bears going again. 21-yard carry, first play of the drive, as they'll look to continue here on the 41-yard line. Sticking with a power eye look, Jokic gonna hand off to Walker again, this time stopped immediately, couldn't make the right side work again. Yeah, the long hair of the undrafted free agent, I saw that flowing across the field. I thought we told these UDFA guys that they got to cut their hair, but oh no, that's Dallas Green. Whoa, hold on a second. Where did he grow hair? Anyway, he comes across a week. That's interesting. I don't even know what to say about that. Allie Peters, Voodoo, Rusty Films, Mikey Paul, and Mark Cole all in the chat today. Appreciate you guys checking in. Jokic, this time, incomplete throw over the middle. Didn't look like he even had a receiver. Might have been a misfire.
Well, you know, you're never going to be 100% on any pass that you make, and despite Jokic coming in at 67%, every now and again, it's just going to slip out of your hands. You know, it's a little humid here. You're by the water. There's a little moisture in the air. Maybe it, you know, wets your fingers a little bit, and you don't get the best grip on it.
Jokic in the 5-wide look. He'll send his tight end in motion from right to left. Jokic under a lot of pressure, throws an interception to Curry. He's going to turn around for the 50 and gets knocked down at the 49-yard line. Antoine
Curry grew his hair out too since we first saw him early in the CFSL, but we saw him do that a lot at Notre Dame, and that's pick-off passes, and he comes away with one there. It looked like Jokic got hit there as he threw it. That ball came out a little bit wobbly, and Antoine Curry able to get under that one, pick it off, first turnover of the night. And we'll see if Philly can capitalize.
First turnover of the night, second of the season for Jokic. As now the Eagles come out, send their fullback in motion, hand off to Davis, who's going to get it out for a couple yards. 2-yard pickup that time.
Robert Davis going to continue to be the focal point of this offense. They're going to continue to pound it with him, try to free up some lanes in the passing game. And so we're going to continue to see him pound the ball. Right now, Chicago doing a pretty good job of limiting the yards that he's getting.
Haynes going to come out in the power eye look once again. He's going to step back for the pass this time. Looks over the middle, finds Douglas, who's nearly going to pick up the first down. Gets stopped 1 yard short.
Caleb Douglas, some of you guys will remember from his time at Tennessee, a team that isn't in the CFSL anymore, but he was one of the more important figures on that Tennessee team. You see his size, big guy, reminds a lot of people of Jason Witten that played in a different universe. And, you know, he comes up, makes the catch there. They are going to be a little bit short here, but I suspect we're going to see Robert Davis take it. Now can Digger Graves come up and make the stop again?
3rd and 1, set at the 40-yard line with 6:15 and counting in the first. As Ainge is going to bring him to the line, he is going to go under center again in the I form with Davis set behind. He's going to hand it to Davis, who's going to go off to the left side, picks up the first down and a couple more before he gets dragged down.
Well, don't call me Tony Romo, but I had a suspicion that they were going to hand it off to Robert Davis, and he gets the first down there. Chad Cagle, also known as Knocking, also known as Digger Graves, checking in, and Chad Brogan, also known as Brogdon Sparrow on Discord, also checking in, hoping to make his broadcasting debut later on. Steven, you made your broadcasting debut this season. What's it like for a new guy?
It's nerve-wracking to start, but you definitely fall into position as right now Ainge handing off to Davis once again up the middle on the draw play, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards.
Voodoo in chat, you'll mostly know him as Ray Tatum, the iconic quarterback from the Texas Longhorns, now playing for the Jets, but he's also got a player on this team, Joe Kerr, out there looking for somebody to throw the ball his way on the Bears and see if he can make an interception out there.
Tatum yesterday was trying to do everything he could to get the Jets a win, but just couldn't get it done.
And the Jets got a game coming up later today, if my memory serves me. Or did they play already?
They will play after this game, I believe, as the Eagles are going to pick up the first down as Kovac gets the reception.
Oh no, they were the early game, Baltimore and the Jets. Who was the winner in that one? All right, well, we weren't prepared for that question. I didn't get a chance to see it. I saw you tag it in the locker room. So, you know, in one of the rare instances in this league, we need chat to fill us in on who won the early game between the Ravens and the Jets.
It was Ravens and Giants, first game. The Jets play later.
Mine says Baltimore and the Jets played. And the Giants play Green Bay later. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on today.
So the Jets play the Cowboys after this game here, and then we have Green Bay and the Seahawks playing.
Dallas plays New Orleans. We're in week 4.
Oh. I'm reading stuff wrong. I don't know what I'm reading now. The Jets play Miami next.
That's the Giants. Oh, Caleb Douglas over the middle with his second catch while Steven tries to gather himself and figure out the schedule. The Eagles are sitting with a short conversion opportunity. So according to my schedule, we should have Seattle and Green Bay next, Dallas and New Orleans, the Giants and Miami, and then the last game of the night, Pittsburgh and New England.
Well, all right.
Is that what we have set up on YouTube?
We'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
As Ainge is going to throw off the Bodine, who's going to get the first down catch, makes it 1st and goal.
I actually thought it was Bodine, and we called him Bodine for quite a while. It's actually Bodine. He is related, apparently, to Bodine, the racer, but actually they pronounce it Bodine. So Gage Bodine, former Notre Dame Fighting Irish receiver, getting in there to make the first down.
It's now 1st and goal set at the 3-yard line. Ainge going to try to get into the end zone here. Going to take the snap, hand it off to Davis. He's going to go off the right side, and he's going to get in. Touchdown for the Eagles.
Robert Davis doing those things that we've known to come and expect from him, as he's able to take that handoff and get it in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. And so Philly looking good early on. Their offense definitely looks to be the more productive of the two offenses out there so far.
As now Hod's going to come out for the kick to put them up 7-0. It is up and it is good. So the Eagles take a 7-0 lead here with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and a great job by Davis getting down the field on those run plays.
I was actually trying to go to YouTube and double check. What I am going to do is make sure our stats guys have the box scores and we can get those put in.
As now out comes Jokic, as he's going to try to get the Bears offense rolling. Jokic throws over to the outside. This one's going to fall incomplete.
So
that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I think I figured out what our issue is here. So early on, the website was confusing the Giants and the Jets. So I think we may have actually set up guys to play the wrong teams with the Giants and the Jets today. That might be, I'm suspecting that might have been what happened. It is fixed now, but I think when that was initially being scheduled for this week, I think it wasn't working on the website, and we might have got those transposed. So our apologies.
It worked out,
but they play nonetheless.
As Jokic this time is going to get the completion, but it's only going to be a 2-yard gain. Only his 2nd completion of the night brings up 3rd and 8.
I don't understand why there's so much Ware love going on in chat right now. What is this? Where is this coming? And Ware's not even in here. Why are we even talking? He's not even paying attention. Why are we talking about him? Brett Mills checking in the chat. We can tell Steven's completely discombobulated right now.
Yeah, I am.
Deep breath. We'll plow forward. We can't change it now.
As Jokic in the shotgun look looking around. He's got plenty of time in the backfield. Walker's going to get the reception over the middle, and that picks up the first down for the Bears.
Skywalker, one and done at Texas A&M, 6'6" receiver, and didn't see him as much as a lot of people thought. Highly touted recruit, but he chose just to play one season, and then he took off here to collect a paycheck, and he's proven his worth here early on for the Bears.
As past the 1 minute mark in the first quarter, the Bears on a drive here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. In the shotgun look with the bunch set, Jokic is throwing out to us on the right side, and it's going to be 2nd and 3.
You're really having a tough time with I forget what his nickname was. I know he called himself Big Daddy Griff, but we called him like I can even remember. He was like the Slavic slinger, I think, is what we gave him. Either way, the European pronunciation is not playing nice with your visual of what his name should sound like.
Yeah, it's definitely tough for me as battle in the first quarter. The Eagles up 7-0 on the Bears right now, but the Bears driving down the field, looking to put points on the board here as a great defensive battle to start this game. And Mike, we'll see if the Bears can find a way to score here. They've kind of had a balanced approach so far.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of going to be their MO a little bit. Taraj Walker, the 4-year player at Texas, wasn't known as a prolific runner, but they've shown a commitment to making him a focal point of this offense and taking the pressure off of Jokic and not forcing him to throw the ball 50 times a game. And, you know, it's been working so far, although today they're struggling a little bit with it.
Jokic gets it out to McKenzie on the sideline, and it's going to be just short. 3rd and inches. He caught that ball and just couldn't flip it to the other side of his body for the first down.
Well, and that's the one guy we haven't really seen tonight. Michael McKenzie made a name for himself at Auburn in their championship run. Him and Jokic hooked up a lot in that playoff run and really put McKenzie and Jokic to a degree on the map. They're reunited here in Chicago. McKenzie coming into the game, number 3 in the league in receiving yards, and also had 4 touchdowns, which is leading the league. I suspect we're going to see a lot more of Michael McKenzie as this game wears on.
Jokic under center with trip set to the right. It's going to be a pitch out or to the left side as Walker going to get the first down. Couldn't get much more after that.
AW checking in the chat, who is the namesake behind the Slavic Slinger, and he's checking in to see how his team is doing. And I think we already said Brent Mills is in here. So again, we appreciate you guys tuning in, missing some football action on Sunday, and we're happy to fill that void for you.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Jokic brings it to the line. He's going to go to the shotgun look with trips set to his right. It's going to be a snap back. He's dropped back under a ton of pressure, and he's going to get sacked on the play.
Well, nice pressure off the edge there. Dallas Green getting in there for the sack. And where did his hair go? I thought we saw 50 earlier on, and he had flowing. Did they cut his hair on the sideline? Because if they did, I'm disappointed we didn't get a picture of it.
They got the Clippers going on the sideline, getting rid of the dreads for all the players that shouldn't have them. But Jokic right now, 2nd and 19 at the 37-yard line. Not a position the Bears wanted to be in right now as they're down by 7. Jokic in the shotgun look, going to take a step back for the pass. Finds Twix over the middle as he picks up 9, gets him back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's still going to be a long 3rd and 10 here, so we'll see what they're able to do. McKenzie is, I would suspect, one of the guys they're going to look to. JoJo comes in and says, can we please see an upset? The 2-2-1 teams, who are you going to say would be the one pulling the upset here, JoJo? And thank you for tuning in, by the way.
As JoJo's Jets need to find a way to get some upsets going. As Jokic right now, he's sitting 3rd and 10 at the 45-yard line. We talked about they picked up the yards they lost on the sack. still a better spot to be in on third down, as Jelkic is going to step back for the pass. Takes a shot. Walker wide open off the right side. And it's going to be first down on the play.
Well, much like me, I think Philadelphia's defense was expecting Michael McKenzie maybe to be the focal point on that play. Skywalker goes a little out and up, and he beats the defense there. Jelkic doing a great job finding them there. Jackson Stone, as we see, trying to point out the coverage, but a little bit too late. And Skywalker doing a great job there of picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line for Jelkic, as he is now looking to get in the end zone. They're driving down the field. They were in a tough position earlier. They have made up for it. It's going to set up in the one-back set. It's going to be a handoff to Walker, who's going to go off to the right side, and he's going to get stopped after a 1-yard gain.
Walker struggling a little bit here to get anything going. This Philadelphia defense is flowing. The one guy we haven't seen from, we've heard from Dallas Green. We haven't heard anything from Mark Callaway. Is he ill today? What is going on with Mark Callaway?
I haven't seen him in a passing route all that much, but Bears are going to send a man in motion. Got to set up the screen. Walker going to get the pass. He's got a lane here, able to break a big one, gets it down to the 6-yard line.
Well, everybody that watches college football cringes when they see the halfback screen. Doesn't always work as expected, but the Bears run it to perfection here. Keep the Eagles, almost said the Jets, the Eagles catch them by surprise a little bit there, well executed. And first and goal now coming up for Chicago as they look to tie this game.
Screen's not something you see a whole lot of in the pro league, but when they happen, they seem to be bigger plays than they are in college. Maybe it's because of the lack of use in the pros, but the Bears going to come out in the I form. It's going to be a pitch to Walker off on the right side, breaks one tackle, gets back about the line of scrimmage, but ends up losing a yard.
Yeah, nothing doing there. They try to get it on the outside, and that one is shut down by Turner Hill, the former Northern Illinois Husky, making the tackle. And so second and goal, I think they're going to have to go through the air if they want to score here.
Second and goal on the 7-yard line. Jelkic in the huddle. He's going to break it now. Comes out in the shotgun set, 5 wide, trip set to his right. He's going to send the tight end in motion from right to left. Takes a snap back. Looks across the middle, finds Brooks for the touchdown. Well,
a little levels concept there. Everybody's starting up and then comes across over the middle. They're running outs on the outside, ins on the inside. And Brooks, the undrafted free agent, coming across there to make the catch. Nice throw by Jelkic, finding him as he breaks free over the middle. And now the Bears just need a PAT to tie this game up.
Jelkic able to make up for that interception he threw earlier in the game. Gets him 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Obviously, you want to improve those stats, but Jelkic hasn't thrown many picks this season. He had his second one here tonight as he adds to his touchdown total to make it 9 touchdown passes on the season.
Yeah, Jelkic having a nice start to his pro career. It was second in quarterback rating coming in. 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Pretty nice touchdown to interception ratio so far on the season. Got his team tied up 7-7. Again, these two teams coming in at 2-1 and facing off against their Western Division foes for the first time. So big game for both of these teams.
As the Bears kicking it off, Bodine is now returning it. He's got a lane here. Breaks one tackle, gets out to about the 42 before he is stopped.
Well, Gage Bodine, he was an explosive returner when we saw him last at Notre Dame early on in the CFSL's career. We see his explosiveness there as he's able to get a nice return and set up the Eagles out across the 40.
Ainge now coming out in the power I set. It's going to be a handoff to Davis as he's going to go up the middle, breaks a couple tackles and picks up 6.
Robert Davis going back to what he does, already 37 yards rushing in this game as we're early on in the second quarter. And again, I think they're going to keep feeding him throughout the game. And the thing you got to watch for is late in this game is that Bear defense going to tire down a little bit from having to face this power run game.
In the shotgun look, Ainge going to step back for the pass. takes a shot, has a wide open man. Jackson wide open, gets down to about the 30-yard line.
Bobby Jackson, we haven't heard that name in a while, and he comes free. They're the former Ohio State Buckeye and Michigan Wolverine. That's kind of like an oxymoron. You don't ever expect to hear those two things together, but finds the nice opening over the middle, and Ainge doing a good job delivering it there for the Eagle first down.
Always interesting when college players transfer from one college to their biggest rival, as Ainge now coming out on this 1st and 10 play at the 31-yard line. One back set with Davis in the backfield. That's going to be a handoff to Davis, who's going to pick up 5 yards to make it 2nd and 5.
Well, so we talked about Bobby Jackson leaving Ohio State, going to Michigan. There was actually a mass exodus from Ohio State after season 1, and a couple of players wound up at Michigan. The funny thing is David Roy was the AD at Michigan in season 1. A lot of those guys left. They go to Michigan, and Ohio State makes it to the championship game in season 2.
Ainge takes the shotgun snap under a ton of pressure, and he goes down as Eklund's going to get the sack.
Madge Eklund coming up and taking down Dewey Ainge for the sack. This defense for the Bears, which hasn't been bad tonight, really starting to show their mettle a little bit here on this drive, and it's going to put Philly in a long 3rd and 13 spot.
At one time, the Bears defense was called the Monsters of the Midway, making that defense known here tonight, as Ainge going to go under center with Davis in the backfield. He's going to take the step back for the pass, looks across the field, finds Davis out of the backfield, and as he breaks one tackle, keeps going, spins out of bounds.
And they didn't update okay, they're going to, wow.
It's going to be inches short here to bring up 4th and inches.
You got to go for it, I suspect. It was an interesting decision to check it down. Felt like they were going to play field position. Davis might have spun himself out if he just puts his head down and powers through. He probably gets the first down, but it does indeed look like Philly's going to go for it here.
Yeah, interesting decision to spin out of bounds instead of pushing your way forward. Not something you see a lot of backs decide to do. As the chain gain finally gets set up and we get back to play here, 4th and inches, as the Eagles decide late to bring out the field goal unit, as Ha is now going to try to knock down this field goal and give the Eagles the lead. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it skates through the uprights. So the Eagles now will take the lead 10-7.
That looked like a wounded duck. It somehow got through the upright, but I wasn't sure if it was going to have the distance or the angle, but Pinto Ha able to sneak it inside of that right upright. And the Eagles here midway through the 2nd quarter are going to have the 3-point lead, but big opportunity coming up here for the Bears.
Bears defense held strong there, stopping them just inches short. Eagles elected to take that field goal, and now Ha coming out to make the kickoff. Bears now looking to continue the success they found on the last drive. McFadden's going to get the return, but he is going to stop in the end zone and bring it out to the 20-yard line. Matty
Wood checking in chat. I'm not familiar with your player. Of course, it's really weird on YouTube because they don't match up nearly as well as they do on Twitch. But if you have a player, apologize, I don't know which one it is. If you're new here, well, then welcome.
Jokic stepping back to the pass on this 1st down play. Walker gets the reception. It's a big one as it's a 23-yard pickup.
Well, Sky Walker having a big impact here early on in this game. Been a little slow establishing himself as one of the better receivers in this league. 9 catches, 144 yards coming in, but he's been a focal point for Jelkic and company tonight and having himself a nice game here early on in the first half.
As the Bears now set up 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. 6 minutes till halftime as they're content with letting that clock run down a little bit more. Jelkic under center with Davis set behind along with a fullback. It's going to be a broken play as Jelkic tries to take off at the front, and he is going to get stopped in the backfield.
I don't know what was going on in that one. It looked like it was supposed to be a play action. Jokic might have stumbled a little bit and decided to take off. And there we see Mark Calloway as his namesake, Matt Pack, who's also Clavon Buckaloo, joins us in chat. Welcome.
As now Jokic, 2nd and 13 after that tackled, or after he was tackled for a loss. Set up at the 41-yard line. He's going to come out with trips set to his left. Takes a snap, takes a step back, under pressure once again, tries to take off, and he is going to get sacked this time as Collins records his sack.
Well, or is that Dallas Green? Do they have 2 number 50s on this team? They do. How did that happen? How did the league allow 2 number 50s out there? We'll have to check into that one and make sure that gets fit. Yeah, there's 2 number 50s, but Dallas Green
on the same play.
Wow.
As the equipment managers looking to not lose their job this week.
I think that's the league's fault. They didn't catch that somewhere. They sent them 250 jerseys.
Going to come out in the 5-wide look this time. Jokic going to take a step back, takes a shot downfield, and Stone's going to come up with the interception for the Eagles. Not going to be any room to make a return, but does get a turnover.
Well, they tried to take a shot at Ricky Jordan on the outside, and Jackson Stone just gets position on him. So a great play by Stone to get in front of that. So now we've seen interceptions by 2 former Notre Dame players, Antoine Curry earlier in the game, and now Jackson Stone comes away with it, and the Eagles up by 3 are going to try to put something together here before the end of the half.
At the 19-yard line, going to take the snap, finds Bradley out in the flat for the pickup.
Just a little check down on the outside there as they find Zaire Bradley, the former TCU, it was OSU. I'm thinking of Andre Guyan, went to TCU. The former Ohio State receiver cut up. He's having a pretty effective game as well here early on for the Eagles.
Found a couple targets so far here tonight with just about 4 minutes left till halftime. 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line. Ainge going to break the huddle.
Robert Davis can still be used here. Still early enough to continue to use him.
And they will run the read option. Ainge going to keep it this time as he gets out about 5 yards to make it 3rd and 2.
Well, we've seen this a little bit in his college career. Every now and again, Michigan would run this and try to keep teams off kilter a little bit, keep them guessing, and we see it there. But Dewey Ainge, not the most athletically gifted quarterback, able to pick up a couple, but he wasn't going to go far.
After that Bears interception, the Eagles trying to get a drive going here. Ainge going to keep it again on the read option. He's got a lane, able to pick up a big run as the ball is fumbled late. White picks it up, and the Bears now did that ball come out late.
Zachary White getting in there and making the catch. What a play there as Ainge taking off again. I said he wasn't the most athletically gifted. He's not the most ball secure gifted either, as we see there. And Zachary White, the former Texas Longhorn, coming up to make the recovery.
And the booth going to take a look at this one, as it looked like the ball may have came out late. As NFL officials take a look at that, we'll take a look at that. And the ball, it's kind of a bang-bang play there.
I think his knee was down. We'll see. Joe Kerr in on the tackle, but I think his knee was down. We'll see what the refs say.
And the Eagles will keep possession of the ball after that play is overturned. So now setting up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Ainge still in business, trying to get the Eagles down to score before halftime.
Well, the fans here don't like it. They're booing, but, they would boo anything that doesn't go right for their team. It's the correct call. And so despite the unpleasantries from the Chicago fans, the Zebras got that one right.
Ainge coming out in the I form. He's going to hand it off to Davis, who breaks one tackle, and he gets swallowed quickly before getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, nothing going on there as they're going to wind up losing a yard. Robert Davis doing his best Dewey Ainge impression out there, kind of getting wobbled around, not looking like the premier running back that he is. 2nd and 11, so now you've got to think they're going to go to the pass game, and Zaire Bradley so far has been the focal point when they go to the air.
So that will bring the 2-minute warning as we inch closer to halftime. Eagles lead this one 10-7, and the Eagles on a drive right now, able to take the interception they got off of Jelkic earlier as they are looking to add to their lead once again. Ainge going to come out in the shotgun set, a balanced look for his receivers. He's going to send one receiver in motion from right to left to make it trip set to the left. Ainge stepping back for the pass, finds Douglas, the man that was in motion, over the middle, and that's going to be a first down.
Well, Caleb Douglas, we talked about him before, the former Tennessee tight end, coming up with the big catch. There you see on the screen the duel between Jelkic and Dewey Ainge. Dewey Ainge definitely on the wrong side, or Jelkic on the wrong side of that one early on.
Surprising to see Jelkic with 2 interceptions tonight, only had the one coming into the game. As now Ainge sets up at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 with just about 1.5 minutes left till halftime. Ainge going to take a shot to Bradley at the 10, gets down at the 5-yard line to set up 1st and goal.
Well, good job here by the Eagles moving the ball down. They've had a kind of auspicious drive. They almost fumbled. They took a sack early on, but here they are sitting inside the 10-yard line and looking to extend the lead here, already up by 3.
Sitting at the 6-yard line, letting some of that clock drain off, trying not to give the Bears the ball back. 1st and goal for the Eagles now, as they will go to the shotgun set. Ainge checking down, changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He'll take the shotgun snap, takes a shot to the back of the end zone. Jackson hauls it in for the touchdown.
What a catch, and Bobby Jackson showing his elite skills there as he toe taps at the back of the end zone. Well thrown ball there by Dewey Ainge, but an even better catch and great awareness there by Bobby Jackson to keep his feet down. You see he runs a little corner route, and a well-placed ball there stops, taps the toes. He had a little bit more room than we thought he did initially. I think he got 3 or 4 feet down. Digger Graves a little slow in getting over there. And now the Eagles a PAT away from a 10-point lead heading into the half.
Yeah, it was a late call by the refs to give them the touchdown, as Ha going to knock down the PAT to make it 17-7 the Eagles. Kind of surprising to see how this game has played out and really how much Jelkic has struggled here tonight.
Well, JoJo asked for an upset earlier. Would this classify, since the road Eagles are right now beating the home Bears, would this classify as the upset that he was looking for? 2-2-1 teams, I don't know. We didn't do a spread for this game. I don't know how it would have looked. I would have suspected it would have been fairly close, but now the Bears with an opportunity here. 57 seconds. They have all 3 timeouts. They want to try to put something together. They'd prefer not to go down 10 at the half, but even if they do, it's not the worst hole to try to climb out of.
As 57 seconds till halftime on the 20-yard line. Jelkic takes a step back for the pass, looks out to the flats. Walker makes the reception, and they are going to say he was inbounds to bring it to the 35-yard line.
Well, I saw Sky Walker yell over to Bobby Jackson, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. And there you see, great toe tap on the sideline. He absorbs the hit there by Brandon Palacios, but he holds on to it and gets the first down.
He holds on to it. He keeps control of that ball to bring no question that that was a completion. So 52 seconds here, set at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. The clock did stop when he went out of bounds, so they don't have to rush back to the line here. Jelkic in the shotgun look with 2 backs in the backfield. It's going to be another pass to Walker over the middle, and they will burn their first timeout as they go to 2nd and 2.
Sky Walker has been active. They found him early, and they've been going to him often in this first half as he continues to churn out yards. Now the Chicago timeout. They're going to take a look at everything. They want to make sure that not only do they have this next play right, but they've got a strategy for how they're going to handle clock management in this last minute of the half.
2nd and 2 set at the 44-yard line. Jelkic taking his time to get the play call in to the Bears offense, as now he'll break the huddle. Kind of a short 2nd and 2 for the Bears, as they'll go to the shotgun look with trip set to Jelkic's right. It's going to be a snap back under a lot of pressure, but finds Walker again, 3rd time on this drive, and it's going to get it down to the 21-yard line.
Well, Skywalker had Brandon Palacios on him again. He finds great room on the outside. Didn't quite have the speed, although Palacios had the angle on him and is able to bring him down. But another big pickup for Skywalker, and they'll take another tight end, or another timeout, excuse me, and we'll see, can the Slavic Slinger redeem himself from the 2 interceptions that he thrown earlier in this half?
Looking to chip away at that Eagles lead. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line, 41 seconds till halftime. They've got one more timeout left in their pocket in case they can't get in the end zone and they want to kick the field goal. But Jelkic right now keying on getting a touchdown. Comes out in the shotgun look with trip set to his right. He's going to take the shotgun snap, takes a step back, looks around, has plenty of time, finds Bell over the middle for the touchdown.
Well, that's the second undrafted free agent to get a touchdown tonight. What are we seeing out there? We got to get some regular players in here. All these walk-ons that didn't have a home long ago, but Bell comes up with the big reception there. Good job by Jelkic to find him, and a 3-point game here, probably heading into the half, although the Eagles do still have 3 timeouts.
Now, Bronson coming out for the kick. The ball is down, kick is up, and it is 17-14 now as the Eagles still lead this. But Jelkic making a redemption now, as really we've seen him throw an interception one drive and then come back with a touchdown 2 times already this game. But he's got to find some consistency as we get ready to go to the second half.
Well, Jelkic he's one of those guys that can have games like that. He, in his career, has had some. Now, interesting note, in his senior career, he never threw more than 1 interception in a game, but he's had some games where he can be plagued by turnovers a little bit, but there are games, too, where he'll start out, he'll throw a couple interceptions. There goes Gage Bodine.
Bodine with a big kick return down to the 20. He's got this one gone as nobody's going to catch him. Gets to the end zone, and the Eagles get a kick return.
The first return touchdown of the season, of the history of the Pro League. Gage Bodine able to take it all the way back. And what a kick to the solar plex of the Bears as the Eagles run that one back. And, you know, they were just down by 3 now, just like that, back down by 10.
And we saw Bodine earlier. He nearly broke one, getting a 40-yard return. This time, there's no question he wasn't going to get stopped on the kick return. As, like you said, the Eagles extending their lead back out to what it was just moments ago. As now Ha's going to come out and try to knock down the PAT to give them a 10-point lead.
So, future trivia question will be a few seasons down the road, and there will be new players in here. They're like, oh man, I wish I would have had a player. It could have been the first part of the first season of the Pro League. And the question is going to be, who was the first player to ever return a kick for a touchdown in the Pro League? And for those of you watching, you guys are all going to confidently say Gage Bodine.
As now Ha going to kick this one off, 25 seconds till half. We've had 2 scores pretty quickly. McFadden going to try to do the same. He's going to get out to about the 21-yard line before he's brought down.
You know, they keep showing, our camera crew keeps showing Joe Kerr on the return as if he's going to be the guy that's returning the kick. And then it's always Lucky McFadden back there. It's a little bit of a disappointment. Voodoo's sitting there, he thinks, hey, I'm going to get a return, and then he does it.
Jelkic coming out in the I form. They're going to hand off to Walker, who's going to get stopped immediately. Does gain a yard, but it looks like the Bears are content going to halftime.
Well, sometimes the best offense is a good defense, they say. I think sometimes the best defense is not letting the other team return kicks, and that's what the Bears are deciding to do here. They're just going to go in and be content to be down by 10 as we head into the half.
And as they do head into the halftime, 24-14, the Eagles leading the Bears. and really an offensive explosion in the second half. We only had 7 points in that first quarter. Everything else scored in the second.
Well, we'll head into the half here as the Eagles up by 10. It was an exciting first half, but it was one that the Eagles kind of looked like they've been controlling early on. They had the better first drive of the game, and the Bears have pretty much just been playing catch-up the whole time. Not the kind of ketchup that you put on a hot dog, the kind of ketchup that they got to do here in the second half if they want to pull off the win. Dewey Ainge, it looks like he's outplaying Griffin Yelkich so far, and that might be the biggest story of that first half.
And one of the big other stat lines going on right now is how the Bears have struggled to get any kind of rushing attack. Only 33 yards on the ground, where the Eagles have 88 right now. As the Eagles coming out to the second half fired up, trying to get a win here tonight.
Yeah, they're looking really good, and I think the Bears are going to have to change some things if they want to, come back and pull the win. The Eagles, they're doing well enough on defense, but they're definitely looking more crisp on offense. They're going to start with the ball here, and so a big opportunity to put some distance between themselves and the home team here for the Eagles.
Bronson going to kick this one off to Bodine, and this time Bodine not even bringing it out. He is saying, I'm good with the kick return. We'll take the touchback.
That doesn't sound like him at all for any of you that know Gage Bodine. He must have been told right before that if it's X amount of yards deep, you're going to kneel it, but he was not happy about it, I promise you.
Ainge coming out in the one-back set. It's going to be a draw play to Davis, who's got some yards here as he picks up 8 on the first down play.
Davis up to 49 yards rushing now. Came in averaging 5.3 yards per carry, about 4.5 in this game. A little bit lower than they might have liked for him, but you got to give credit to the Bears defense. Digger Graves getting in again, along with Clavon Buckaloo to make that tackle.
2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line. As the Eagles looking to make a statement here, a score would be huge to add to their lead, as they will break the huddle. Ainge going to come back, sticking with the one-back set. It's going to be a handoff to Davis, who goes off the right side, picks up the first down and a few more, as he's going to get the first down, gets it out to the 32-yard line.
Well, look at this. There was a lot of room on the outside, and then Clavon Buckaloo and Seal Stern are able to get there. I thought Davis had tons of room, and just a great job by Buckaloo to stick his big I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, big hog molly limb. I don't know. He sticks his left arm out there, and he grabs a hold of him, and he slows him down and prevented that from being what could have been a big game.
Ainge going to the shotgun. Going to hand it off to Davis once again, who's got a lot of room this time. He's going to break it across the 50 before he gets brought down at the 49.
Well, I mentioned this earlier in the first half that the Eagles were going to stick with running the game with Robert Davis, and he is a powerful running back. This is a power-centric team when they want to run the ball, and I wondered how it was going to affect the Chicago defense as they continue to go. Could be bad news if they're already starting to tire from this power running game. Down by 10, you got to figure out a way to stop Robert Davis.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Ainge going to hand off to Davis again this drive. But barrels through one tackle, able to pick up a few yards, picks up 3 to bring up 2nd and 7.
Buckaloo! Clavon Buckaloo getting over there, and once again, he's just he doesn't want Robert Davis to do anything out there, as the former Aggie is the worst nightmare of Robert Davis so far in this drive. Steven's still reeling from my Buckaloo call.
Yes, I am. Sitting at the 46-yard line now, 2nd and 7. Ainge going to come out in the shotgun set. Going to take a step back this time. Throws it out to Davis, as it's going to fall incomplete to bring up 3rd and 7. And Mike, it looked like Davis was gasping for air before that ball was snapped.
Well, he's been used early and often, so it's not surprising. He is going to be here on this 3rd and 7, and we'll see what they decide to go with. You got Gage Bodine, you got Bobby Jackson out there. Do they try to go that route, or do we see Caleb Douglas over the middle?
Takes the shotgun, snap, takes a look, under a lot of pressure, tries to get it out to Davis again, and he's going to get stopped 4 yards short And interesting to see Davis still out there. They come to the line, and he is hunched over trying to gasp for air as they continue to use and abuse Davis on the field.
Well, just in time was indeed that, just in time to get there and push him out of bounds so Robert Davis could not turn upfield and pick up that first down.
4th and 4, and
wow.
The Eagles electing to go for it. Ainge going to come out in the shotgun set with Tripp set to his right. He's going to take the step back, throws it off to Douglas, who picks up the first down as they get it out to the 35-yard line.
I really like that play call there. On both sides, they had check down options into the flat. It's only 4 yards to go. There you see Douglas calling for the play. They had deeper routes in the middle of the field, 2 checkdowns. Douglas gets out there and is able to get out in front of the defender Neil Mason, the former Iowa Hawkeye, and who was a wide receiver when he started in college.
First play of the drive that didn't go to Davis. We saw a steady dose of Davis in the rushing game and the receiving game. Douglas breaks that trend as now the Eagles come out at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 with 10:40 left in the third. Power I set. It's going to be a handoff to Kovac, who is going to get out to the 33-yard line.
Kovac, like Jelkic, one of those Eastern European names. So Kovac is an interesting story because him and Tim Riggins were the 2 big power running backs. Although Riggins wasn't very big, Kovac, huge. They were the big names at running back early on in CFSL career. Kovac playing backup now to Robert Davis.
Ainge going to run the read option this time, breaks 1 tackle, and gets across the first down marker.
Well, I said this earlier that Michigan would use this a little bit, and it looks like Philly's trying to take a little bit from that usage at Michigan. Again, Dewey Ainge, not the most athletically gifted guy, but every now and again you run this, and it catches the defense by surprise. He's averaging over 10 yards per carry, and oh, by the way, it also takes the pressure off of Robert Davis as they start thinking about that, and they creep just a little bit to the backside, worrying about that, and then Robert Davis has more room to run up the middle or to the opposite side.
Ainge comes out on the 24-yard line in the shotgun set, a balanced look. It's going to be a handoff to Davis, who barrels through 1 tackle, but then ends up losing a yard.
Well, and Matt says the Jet, he nicknamed Dewey Ainge Dewey the Jet. I believe it was during his time at Florida State or maybe late, but it was for Dewey's running ability. Again, not the fastest guy out there, but he can be effective, and Matt Pack affectionately nicknamed him the Jet.
2nd and 11 on the 25-yard line. Ainge going to come out in the shotgun set with Tripp set to his right. He's going to take the snap, hands it off to Davis on the delay. Davis able to find a lane and picks up a great amount of yards to set up a 3rd and short.
Well, Brogan says that he wanted his wide receiver to be number 57, and I'm sorry to disappoint him, but there is no situation in existence in either league where a wide receiver will ever be number 57.
The league has rules on the numbers, as coming out in the 1 back set, Davis going to get the handoff once again. He's going to get stopped short, gets stopped at the line, and it brings up 4th and 2. And do the Eagles decide to kick the field goal, or will they try to go for another 4th down conversion, as Ha coming out for the field goal?
I could see the argument for going for it here, but you might not want to press your luck.
And Ha does knock down the field goal. So the Eagles now take a 27-14 lead, a 13-point lead. The Bears still in this, still got to try to fight back. As now we're going to see Jelkic come out and try to get a drive going.
Well, the biggest thing is that he's got to avoid the turnovers. Turned it over twice in the first half. Got to avoid that. Here we see Joe Kerr teasing us all. We're going to see Lucky McFadden, I'm sure, returning this kick. But Jelkic got to be on point here if the Bears want to win this.
As it will be Kerr getting a kick return here in the 3rd quarter, and he gets a great one out to the 35-yard line.
Kerr makes the most out of that opportunity. Indeed, he does get it that time. Finds some room up the middle and a nice return. So going to set up the Bears here with good field position out to the 35.
Jelkic comes out in the power I set. Gonna be a snap and handoff to Walker off on the left side, who's got a great running lane. He might take this one, and he gets caught in the back, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Atlas Servos, the defensive end, is the one that tracks him down from behind, but Taraj Walker was very unassuming, maybe is the word that you would use at Texas. Was a big part of those Texas teams, one that won a national championship, but he was never the star player, very overshadowed by a lot of those guys. But he is getting an opportunity to kind of come into his own here in the Pro League, and he is definitely making the most of that opportunity.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jelkic goes under center once again. Jelkic under a ton of pressure, barely gets that one off as he gets hit when he let the ball go.
Pressure up the middle there by the Eagles, and Jelkic just getting that one away. Fortunate not to get sacked or turn that one over.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line, 6:31 remaining in the third. Bears trying to get a scoring drive going, as Jelkic going to come out with 5 wide trips set to the left. Takes the shotgun snap, takes a step back under a ton of pressure, and this time Jelkic goes down as Clark Jr. gets a sack.
Joe Clark Jr. getting in there, the Ring of Honor member for Oregon, had his number retired with the Ducks, and he comes through there with the middle linebacker blitz and drags down Jelkic. So the Bears trailing by 10 here in a tough situation, as they've got a long 3rd and 17 upcoming.
3rd and 17 at the 49-yard line after that sack. Jelkic comes out in the shotgun form with trips set to his left. He'll take the shotgun snap, looks around the field, takes a shot deep downfield, and he had a man, and it falls incomplete. I believe that was Jordan that he was trying to catch on the sideline.
I thought that was maybe in, but in the pros, you do have to get 2 feet in, and so the Bears are going to have to punt it away. Great opportunity here for the Eagles to put this game away, possibly.
Bears kicking away. Bodine going to get the punt return. Had a lane for a moment, gets it out to the 30-yard line.
Well, now we'll see what the Eagles do. We saw in the last drive that the Bears defense might have looked a little bit sluggish, continually defending the power run game from Robert Davis. We'll see if the Eagles continue to use that here.
Ainge sets up shot at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Ainge going to step back for the pass on the 1st down play. Takes a deep shot downfield as Hill going to come up with the interception. The Bears getting the ball right back just at the 29-yard line.
Well, and that's not what they wanted to see there, as the interception by Hill, the undrafted free agent coming up there to make in some regard, I appreciate the aggressiveness of trying to put the dagger into him going on a 1st down. I think Dewey Ainge just took too much time there in the pocket, and you don't want to throw that 50-50 ball. There's really no reason for it.
One of the first struggles we've seen from Ainge tonight. The Bears going to start this drive with a handoff to Walker. It results in a 1-yard gain.
Well, so now the Bears are trying to take a page out of it. They're going to Walker, who has had the hot hand, at least on the last drive, trying to see, they call it a heat check in basketball. Is he still hot? Well, that time they were able to shut him down. Michael McKenzie, though, still hasn't been featured as much as we thought he would. I would expect him to get more involved here in the second half.
Jelkic comes out in the 5-wide look with trips set to his left. He's going to take the snap under a ton of pressure, finds Wells out in the flats, who picks up 8 on that reception.
Well, that was a great job by Griffin Jelkic to sense the pressure coming, and he gets rid of that one just in time. And Jay Wells able to come up with the reception in a nice game. Just a great overall job there for Jelkic.
It's the Bears trying to find some magic on offense. They need to find a way to get in the end zone and put points on the board. Down by 13 here in the 3rd quarter, as the clock going to start working against them pretty quickly. Jelkic goes under center with Walker in the backfield, sends Evans in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Walker, who goes off on the right side. He's got a lane here, gets it out to the 50, 40, and dragged down at the 38.
Well, unlike Robert Davis, who has made his success running the ball up the middle. Taraj Walker having great success on the outside, especially running it to the left in this quarter for the Bears. That's something that the Eagles are going to have to adapt to because they don't want to keep getting gashed for big plays on the outside.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Jelkic will break the huddle. Brings out shotgun with trips set to his right. Going to take the snap, takes a step back, decides to take off, but he's going to get wrapped up for the sack and lose 4 yards.
Brandon Palacios coming up. We've seen him getting beat a couple times by Skywalker, but there he does a good job and coming up and making the play on Griffin Jelkic as he tries to scramble. I was just going to say on that 3rd down play that Jelkic was an opportunity running the ball. He did have some success running the ball when he was at Auburn, but Palacios doing a good job shutting him down there.
Jelkic breaking the huddle here, 2nd and 14 at the 42-yard line. Just about 2.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Under center, Jelkic will go. He's going to take the step back, finds Jordan over the middle to make it 3rd and 7.
Well, they pick up half of it there, and so it's going to be a medium to long 3rd and 7. Not the best situation to be in if you're the Bears. You know, it's not an easy conversion, but again, you have Skywalker out there. You've got Michael McKenzie. We'll see if they're able to get either one of those guys involved and pick up the first.
Needing 7 yards here on 3rd down. The Bears on a drive right now as looking to get more than a field goal. As the clock will wind down, under 2 minutes left in the 3rd. Jelkic going to the shotgun look with trips set to his right. He's going to take a step back. Has plenty of time. Finds Walker over the middle and picks up the 1st down.
Well, Skywalker, 7 catches, 136 yards, over half of Griffin Jelkic passing yards in this game. And he's got some words for the Eagles. He doesn't appear to be happy with being down. Maybe a little shenanigans going on after the play, or maybe he's just saying, Brandon Palacios, I've got your number and I've had it all game long. You can't stop me.
Walker been the key receiver for the Bears here tonight, as Jelkic right now at 235 yards through the air. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line, looking to cap off this drive before the end of the quarter. Jelkic will go under center. He's going to take a step back, looking to throw it again. Wells had the reception, but it falls incomplete after Wells took a shot.
Did somebody get the license plate of that hit and run? Because he got walloped there trying to come over the middle, and Brandon Palacios lays him out. He said, Skywalker, I know that's not you, but I'm going to take it out on your teammate, bruh.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
This is the first time you've been in the booth with me. Get used to it.
Yep. 2nd and 10. Jelkic going to come out in the I form this time. It's going to be a fake handoff to the fullback. Pitch out to Walker, who has a great spin move and picks up 6.
What a move by Taraj Walker. And he is really coming into his own here with the Bears. What a great run. And he's having tons of success now. The Eagles did a good job there keeping him from picking up the 1st down. But Taraj Walker on the outside, especially to the left, is finding tons of success.
3rd and 4, just under 30 seconds left in the quarter. Jelkic going to take a step back, looks to the end zone, feels the pressure, takes off on the run, and stumbles to the 1st down.
What a show of will and determination by Griffin Jelkic. Didn't like anything that he saw, decides to take off up the middle, runs into his lineman and says, no, I'm not going down, and fights through for the 1st down.
Clock continuing to roll here as the Bears look intent, not snapping this one before we head to the 4th quarter. And with that, the end of the 3rd quarter has come upon us. The Eagles 27, Bears 14. Bears looking to cap off a drive here and chip away at that lead. Only a 2-score lead right now, or 2-score game right now for the Eagles. As the Bears will set up at 1st and goal to start this quarter. At the 9-yard line for Jelkic.
Michael McKenzie and Skywalker are the two guys you got to suspect, both big guys, Walker being 6'6", can play tight end too. So you've got some really great options, but it looks like they're going to come out and run the ball here on first down.
Coming out in the I form for the first down play here. It will be a handoff to Walker, who goes up the middle, able to pick up about half the yardage to the goal line, gets it down to the 4-yard line.
Well, great vision there by Walker that plays the sign to go on the outside, a power run, but he cuts it back inside as he likes what he sees better there and is able to pick up 5 yards.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line for Jelkic, as he's going to come out in the power I set. Going to send the fullback Diaz in motion. Handoff to Walker off on the right side. He's going to pick up 1 before he's stopped. Alvin
Mack getting in there for a tackle. That's a name that we haven't heard. The former Iowa Hawkeye, who was one of the more prolific rushers in the CFSL. Also had an interception, the first ever interception by a defensive end. Comes up, makes the stop there.
Jelkic coming out in the 5-wide set with Tripp set to his right. Jelkic going to take the snap, takes off on the run, under a ton of pressure. He's going to get sacked for the loss as Mack records a sack.
Alvin Mack stepping up big at the end of this drive. Haven't heard from him so far, but 2 plays in a row. He comes up and makes the play and shuts down the Bears here. So tough spot here. You're down 13. Field goal cuts it to 10, but you're in the fourth quarter. They're going to go ahead and take the field goal, especially since it would be a long 4th and 9. I can't really argue it, but a tough spot for the Bears.
The kick is up, and it is good. To chip away that lead makes it a 10-point game for the Bears trying to make the comeback here. But, Mike, it's interesting to see the play. These pro players now still really living on the legacy of, Iowa or Tennessee. These teams that aren't in the CFSL currently.
Well, at some point we hope to get them back. Part of our evolution was taking what we could get when we could get it. We're in a much better spot now where we have a lot of people coming in. We kind of have say in who we can bring in and a lot more people willing to take a lot of different teams. So at some point, hopefully we'll see some of those teams make their way back into the CFSL and then more players into the Pro League.
Bodine brings this kick return out to the 24-yard line. Not the success he had earlier, but the Eagles looking to put this game away. 12:47 remaining in the game with a 10-point lead. Ainge going to send the tight end in motion. Going to run the read option, and he's got a lane. He had a lane for a moment, stuttered step, and that results in no gain for the Eagles.
Well, yeah, a little bit too much of a stutter step there. There you see why Matt jokingly called in the jet. Not able to get outside just in time, is able to get over there and make the stop for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line. Ainge going to come out in the shotgun set. Ainge going to have it delay off to Davis, who's going to pick up 3 yards to make it 3rd and 7.
Well, a reminder that following this game, starting at 3 o'clock, is going to be Seattle and Green Bay, and then we got Dallas and New Orleans, and then apparently the Jets in Miami will square off after that, and then the last game tonight, Pittsburgh and New England at 7:30. So a full slate of games on YouTube tonight, so you guys be sure to tune in for all of those, and you might see some more record-breaking things. So we're still early in this league. We said Gage Bodine get the first ever kick return earlier in this game.
Ainge coming out in the shotgun set with Tripp set to his right. Ainge going to take a shot to the left, nearly throws his 2nd interception of the night.
Yeah, that wasn't a smart play call there. Double coverage, and as good as Bobby Jackson is, I don't think he's going to come away with that one. Seal Stern, maybe with a late hit there, just for good measure. So Ainge living a little dangerously there and trying to give Chicago an opportunity. Now, considering the field position here, the Bears are going to wind up with maybe their best starting position of the night. Can they capitalize on it?
Bears needing to keep their scoring going as Kerr going to get the punt return. Gets it out to the 45, make it the 46-yard line before he's brought down. And out comes Jelkic, who led a great drive that time, but the last drive, but couldn't cap it off.
Yeah, they got to finish the drives. I mean, they have a couple of touchdowns But it's been a lot of undrafted guys that are coming in and making. They got to find McKenzie and Walker here if they want to come back.
Jokic, plenty of time in the backfield, throws it, and there was a ton of coverage there. Could have been a great play, but could have been an interception as well.
Yeah, and both of these quarterbacks here in the fourth quarter, their decision making is a little questionable as they're throwing into coverage, and that's got to make their head coaches a little nervous on the sideline.
Biggest question for me is, how much have the Eagles defenders worked on that tip drill? Because they had about 4 guys who touched the ball and couldn't bring it in.
Brogan, sometimes on YouTube, I wind up being behind. I don't even know why. Maybe you pause it or accidentally. Sometimes just make sure the little red wheel is all the way to the right and that you're live.
Quick's going to get the reception. The Bears on a great start to this drive as they get out to the 36-yard line.
Zach Davis showing up in chat and talking about Matty St. John. I don't understand why. I guess because the Giants or the Jets at Miami are coming up and St. John's the quarterback. Kind of random.
Yeah. It is the next game coming up, or it will be a game coming up here soon, as the Bears right now, though, they are trying to get back into this game. Great play on the first play of this drive. Jokic comes out in the shotgun look with 2 backs in the backfield. Going to take a step back, finds Jordan, who gets down to the 20, make it the 18, has 2 big passing plays.
Well, Ricky Jordan's been a little overshadowed. The last time we saw him, but prior to the Pro League, he was on that 0-12 Boise State team, the only team ever to go winless, although I think we might have 1 or 2 teams do that in the CFL this year. But Ricky Jordan overshadowed a little bit on this team by Skywalker and Michael McKenzie, but does a good job there picking up that first down.
Yeah, with more teams coming in, the possibility of more college teams finishing winless could happen, as Jokic goes under center this time. Will take the snap, takes a step back, under a ton of pressure, tries to just get rid of it, and that one will fall incomplete.
Yeah, just kind of a broken play to a degree. They didn't like what they saw. Jokic trying to force that one out of there quickly. Felt a little pressure, didn't get it out cleanly. And so they got second time. They got to take a deep breath here in the huddle, make sure that they make the most of this trip inside the 20.
Jokic goes to the shotgun set here on 2nd and 10. He will take off on the scramble, has a lane, picks up a big one, as it's going to be a touchdown.
Well, and there you see the athleticism I mentioned earlier about Griffin Jokic. He wasn't a prolific runner, but he has speed and he has vision, and he showed it on that one. And now the Eagles got to be a little bit concerned, because with after this PAT, it's going to be a 3-point game. You've got to think that right now the Bears have taken control of the momentum in this game.
Soldier Field rocking here in the fourth quarter as the fans are getting loud for their Chicago Bears as they inch closer to making the comeback happen here tonight. They've got to knock down this field goal here first as Bronson comes out, kick is up, and it is good. So a 3-point game with 9:44 remaining as the Eagles still lead us 27-24. But Jokic, what a drive he put on there.
Yeah, great game, and I suspect it's going to be a great day of games in the Pro League, as we've got some really great matchups, and I think this is just the start of it. So got a 3-point game. Will this be a game that goes to overtime? We haven't had many overtime games so far, if I can recall. Do you recall?
I don't believe we've had an overtime yet this season.
I can't think of one. I know we've had some really close games that ended or that were decided in the last 2 minutes, but I don't think we've gone to overtime yet.
Davis getting the first handoff of this drive as he gets it out 6 yards. 92 yards for Davis tonight.
Yeah, Robert Davis has been a big part of this offense, and he's been wearing down this defense, but this defense and offense both look inspired with the Bears. So Robert Davis is going to have to do his best to try to, reach in and snatch that soul out of this defense.
9 minutes remaining in this game as Ainge going to take the shotgun snap. Takes a look over the middle. Graves with the interception. And the Bears going down the field to the 12-yard line. Digger Graves with a big interception.
Oh, we talked about Robert Davis reaching in and snatching the soul out of the Bears defense. Digger Graves might have just snatched the soul out of the Eagles as he jumps in front of that pass intended for Caleb Douglas. And if not for Robert Davis running them down, that could have been a pick six, but a huge opportunity here for the Bears to go up here midway through the fourth.
Down by 3. Jelkic is going to set up shop at the 12-yard line. Sends the tight end in motion to set up, trips to the left. Jelkic takes a step back under a little bit of pressure, goes down for the sack.
Great job there by the defense. Dallas Green getting in there for the sack. That was a team effort as the entire team created pressure on that one, and Ainge felt uncomfortable, and Green able to power his way through and get in and get the sack. So good job there by the Eagles defense. They are inspired by that interception. They want to play tough defense here, not give up more than a field goal, and allow their offense to try to get things back on track and put them back out in front.
2nd and 16 at the 19-yard line. Just about 8 minutes left in this game. Jelkic looking to make something happen. He's going to hand off to Walker, who's going to run off to the left side. And not much on that play.
Now, Walker's definitely been at his best running outside, especially to that left side. There they try to go inside. You got to keep it, you got to mix it up a little bit, but good job there by the Eagles. So kind of a questionable decision even running it there, because now you set yourself up in a long 3rd and 15 and a tough spot to convert.
One back set for Jelkic this time as he will take a step back. Finds McKenzie over the middle for the Bears touchdown.
What a catch by Michael McKenzie. I thought to myself, oh no, is that going to be a pick? But Michael McKenzie showed why he was a standout player with the Auburn Tigers and how he helped lead them to a championship as he comes up with maybe the best catch we've seen in the Pro League to this point. What a play by number 88.
Chicago rocking now as these fans are going crazy for their Chicago Bears that have just taken the first lead of the game as the kick is up and the Bears now take a 31-27 lead over the Eagles.
Well, I said early on in this game that we were going to see more of Michael McKenzie. I thought we'd get more receptions. I didn't know we were going to get a play like that for a touchdown that gives them the lead. Now it's going to shift to the opposite side as the Eagles offense needs to rebound from that Digger Graves interception. And can the Bears defense continue to play strong and hold on to this lead that they have finally garnered for the first time tonight?
Kick will come out to the 23-yard line as now Ainge under some pressure, something he hasn't felt a lot of here tonight as he threw that interception just a moment ago that set up the Bears scoring drive to take the lead. Now Ainge comes out in the shotgun set. He'll take the snap back, looks around over the middle, finds Davis, who tries to spin out of one tackle, but picks up 9.
Well, it's a good job by Davis to recognize the position and the defender trying to spin back away from him. But great job there of staying in position and making that tackle by Preston Lyles Jr. But still going to be a short 2nd and 1, and the Eagles don't have to rush here. They got plenty of time. They only need one score. They just got to play within themselves and don't make any costly mistakes.
Down by 4 with 7 minutes remaining in the game. 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line. Ainge sitting in the huddle, trying to get the play call into his players. As he will break the huddle now, comes out in the I form. Something interesting to see out of the Eagles as they look like they are going to take their time. Sends Gunner in motion late. Going to take the step back, finds Jackson over the middle, who does a spin move, nearly breaks the tackle for a big one, but still a big reception for Jackson.
We kind of feel on this drive that the Eagles have a little spring in their step again. Good job by the defender, Steele Stern, staying with him there, not getting too far out of position, although a great spin move there by Bobby Jackson, but another good completion, and you almost feel like the Eagles have been inspired by being behind and are starting to make more crisp plays and some bigger plays.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Ainge going to come out in the shotgun set with Tripp set to his left. Takes the snap, does a quick fake quick screen, finds Bodine over the middle for the first down reception.
Yeah, and the Eagles are just, they're coming out with big plays. And again, you've really got to feel like they have been inspired by falling behind for the first time tonight, and they are coming out. And the Bears right now are kind of on their heels as they're not giving up huge plays, but the Eagles are finding every hole that the defense is giving them.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line for the Eagles, looking to cap off this drive and regain their lead. Ainge going to set up in the shotgun with Tripp set to his left. Going to take the snap back, looks across the field, looks to the middle, finds Bradley, and nearly picks up the touchdown down at the 1-yard line.
Well, big drive here by the Eagles. They've got a 1st and goal. Digger Graves having some words out there, but I don't know what he can say as the Eagles have been taking it to this defense. Steele Stern coming up, making the big hit to save that touchdown. 4 opportunities here from the goal line for the Eagles to try to punch this one in and take the lead. And you got to suspect that they're going to wind up coming away with the lead here, and then the pressure is going to shift back to Griffin Jelkic.
Back and forth these teams have gone here in the 4th quarter. Down on the 1-yard line, 1st and goal for the Eagles. Ainge going to come out in the 1-back set with Davis set behind. And he's going to take a step back, looks, finds, feels the pressure, gets wrapped up with the sack.
Not a good job there by Dewey Ainge as he rolls to the outside. Didn't like what he saw. Just a poor pocket presence there as he winds up taking the sack. And they had a great opportunity there, down at the 1 or 2 yard line. And now they're down at the 4, and it's going to be a little bit tougher to run it in from here.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line in the shotgun set. Ainge got to take a step back, looks to the corner, and Jackson makes the reception, but they're going to say he was out of bounds.
I want to see that again. I thought Bobby Jackson had a touchdown. He posted up in front of the ref, who I thought it was a defender initially, and I don't know how that wasn't a touchdown. I wish we could see a replay.
It looked like he may have gotten pushed out of bounds before he came down, but it will bring up 3rd and goal on the 4-yard line. Ainge going to come out with Tripp set to his right. Takes the snap back under some pressure, gets hit as he lets it go, and the ball falls incomplete.
Well, there was a receiver that came open late in the back of the end zone, but great pressure by the Chicago defense, and they're going to go for it here. You can't blame them. 4th and 4 here. This could be the ball game.
Time running out, 4th and goal on the 4-yard line, down by 4. Ainge going to take the shotgun snap, looks across the field, can't find a man open, under a ton of pressure, and gets down for the sack as Buckaloo makes a big sack for the Bears.
Buckaloo! Clavon Buckaloo getting in there for the sack. They had Gage Bodine open in the end zone. They ran those curl routes that we saw much earlier in the game. The defender pulled off of them when Ainge rolled out, but Ainge couldn't get the pass off to him. Great stand there by the Bears. Now can Taraj Walker and company close this comeback win out.
Jelkic hands off to Walker, who has a great spin move and picks up 6 to hit 100 yards rushing on the game.
Well, a 6-yard run there, and Taraj Walker having himself a great game here early on, or through this game, and have a great season early on in this league as we're getting to the halfway point here. We'll see what they do on 2nd and 4 as the Bears are trying to kill the clock.
2nd and 4 with just under 3 minutes. It's going to be another handoff to Walker, who nearly picked up the first down, gets it 3rd and 1.
Well, good job there by Robinson to come up and make the stop. It's 3rd and 1. Tough situation to pick up or to get a stop on the defense. The one thing, Taraj Walker, not a power back, more of a finesse back. We've seen him have success on the outside. I suspect they're going to try to run him up the middle, but if Philly's not careful and he goes outside, it could be a big game.
Surprising to see Jelkic come out in the 5-wide set. No running back set back with him. Takes a shot over the middle. Bell is going to get the reception and the first down for the Bears.
Yeah, I don't like that at all, even though they wind up getting the first down. I mean, one of my favorite sayings, no balls, no babies. So you got to have a little bit of bravado in you and a little bit of risk taker in you there. It winds up working out for them. I would have preferred to go to Siraj Walker, and if he gets stuffed, and leave it in your defense, but they get the first down, and now the pressure as we reach 2-minute warning really on the Eagles.
2-minute warning looms as 31-27, the Bears over the Eagles. It's been a close contest here tonight. The Bears coming back from being down 17 at one point as they look to put this game away. Eagles still have all 3 timeouts. And folks, over in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the Packers have just scored a touchdown to go up 7-0 on the Seahawks. Walker going to get the carry this time, and it will be a 5-yard carry, and the Eagles deciding to use their first timeout of the night.
Well, if you guys want, we could maybe bring in that game. And which game did you say that was going on right now?
That is Seahawks at the Packers.
Seahawks and the Packers. Let's find that one, and we'll bring that one down in rainy conditions there in Green Bay.
Jelkic right now, though, 1:56 remaining on the clock, trying to get a first down. A first down here would be the dagger for the against the Eagles, as he's going to come out in the I form set, looking to pick up some yards here. It's going to be a handoff to Walker, who goes up the middle, picks up the first down, and the Eagles burning their second timeout as the Bears have picked up a first down.
Well, we'll go ahead and transition the Seahawks and Packers game down to the bottom left of your screen. So we'll get a little picture-in-picture action as we wrap up this one. The Bears trying to close this one out. The Eagles led from start until almost finish. The Bears an opportunity to close this out.
And how big was that interception by Digger Graves late in this game that set up the Bears to get their potential game-winning score? Jelkic going to come out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up by 4, sticking with the I-form set. It's going to be another handoff to Walker, who goes off on the left side. Not going to be enough, or not going to be a whole lot there, as the Eagles will burn their third timeout of the game.
Sounds like Steven's going to need a little break from calling games as the voice is starting to go on him here. Luckily, we only have 2 minutes to go.
As I was holding a glass of water trying to get a drink.
Well, it's been an exciting game, and then this is what can happen when you have that. It can take wear and tear on the broadcasters, as you see Green Bay getting some wear and tear on Javon Mack as he goes down for the sack, and the Seahawks are going to have to punt. That game also going on here on YouTube, and you're also watching it in the bottom left of your screen.
2nd and 7 now for Jelkic as he comes out on the 44-yard line with the one back set. Got to send his tight end out to the flat, bring him back in, hand off to Walker, who's going to get stopped immediately, but the Eagles don't have any way to stop the clock. They could potentially get the ball back with some time left, but they're going to have to make a big third down stop.
Well, actually, 40-second clock is going to make it tough. They should be able to just run this one out, and unless something crazy happens, Brandon Davis Jr. checking into the backfield here.
Jelkic going to let that clock roll down, let the play clock roll down to about 1 before he snaps the ball here. And he'll snap it with 2 left on the play clock. It's going to be Davis Jr. on the left, or on the right side. He's going to pick up a few, but it brings up 4th and 4. And the play clock, about 20 seconds difference between the game clock.
Yeah, you're right. I was looking down at the Packers-Seahawks game, and I forgot that we were sitting on third down, so you're right. Not an opportunity to completely kill the clock. They're going to have a punt return, maybe 1 or 2 plays after that. And so we'll see. The Eagles still have a shot, but what a miracle it would have to be to come away with the win in this one.
And to set them up nicely, they're going to need a big return here to set up the field position for Ainge, as it's going to be about 20 seconds left when the ball is snapped and kicked. So they might have 2, maybe 3 plays left before the end of this game, as the punter waiting for the play clock to roll down. He will snap it with 2 seconds left. The ball is kicked. It's going to be Bodine with the return. Gets it out to about the 27-yard line. 16 seconds left for the Eagles to make something happen here. And what a big play it would be if they get into the end zone.
Well, it was a great job there by the kick coverage team by the Bears not to let Bodine get too much going there. Now, unlike college, clock doesn't stop for a first down, so the Eagles got to get out of bounds.
Ainge sets up in the shotgun with Tripp set to his left. Takes a look downfield. Plenty of time. Launches a deep one. And nearly intercepted by the Bears, as it looks like the Eagles are just going for the Hail Mary right now.
Yeah, I don't like that decision there. I think you've got some time to try to move the ball down the field a little bit and make that a shorter throw. I think that's too early to try to go for that there. Zaire Bradley communicating something there to Dewey Ainge. I'd like to see them go to a sideline, try to get out of bounds and set up a shorter Hail Mary.
Ainge now. 9 seconds left on the clock at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 10. In the shotgun with Tripp set to his right. Going to take the step back. Has plenty of time. Launches another deep ball. This time it falls incomplete. 3 seconds left on the play clock as time running out on the Eagles.
Yeah, again, I don't love this opportunity. You had 16 seconds. You got an opportunity for 1 or 2 shots at the sideline, try to set this up for a jump ball in the end zone. But instead they're going for jump balls 20 to 30 yards from the end zone. You're not really going to accomplish anything because if you come down with it, you're going to be in bounds and you're going to run out of clock. So I don't like it. And you're not going to throw a 70-yard Hail Mary. So this might have been a situation where some play calling here late cost a better opportunity for the Eagles, even though it was low percentage either way.
Ainge in the shotgun, looking downfield, takes a shot. This one off target as it falls incomplete. And there's the whistle. The Bears pulling the comeback here tonight. Comes off with a win 31-27 over the Eagles. And what a great job by the Bears to come back.
Yeah, that was a great game overall. Reminder that the Seahawks and Packers going on YouTube as well. Be sure to tune in for that one. Great game. Griffin Yelkich, despite some early struggles, a couple of interceptions early on, does a great job of leading his team back to victory. And so the Bears are going to improve to 3-1. The Eagles drop to 2-2, and we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. But you got to think, if the Bears wind up making it to the playoffs, this game might be the pivotal game you look back on in their season.
With that, I'd like to thank everyone for stopping in. Thank you to our executive producer and my broadcast partner tonight, Mike Peters. I'm Stephen Parks, and make sure, go over and catch up on that Packers-Seahawks game right now. The Packers taking a 10-0 lead in the first quarter.